I really feel bad for Lamar. Fuck the NFL. Fuck the Ravens.
Damn.
Fuck the Atlanta Falcons owner. All those people, because this is clear collusion.
Hmm.
And the last person, fuck John Harbaugh,
Ooh.
because Lamar Jackson saved this man's career.
Damn.
The Ravens were going to fire him a few years ago, and Lamar had an outstanding season, got him to the playoffs when he took over for Joe Flacco, and literally saved his job.
You know, Lamar Jackson, he set Twitter on fire with his tweet when he said, he don't have an agent. He said, I got to put this out myself. He said on March, 2nd or some shit, like weeks ago, he formally requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. Do you think he's going to be able to get the fuck out of Baltimore and get paid? He's playing a difficult game, especially without having an agent. Like, it's hard.
I really feel bad for Lamar. I want to say this. Fuck the NFL. Fuck the Ravens.
Damn.
Fuck the Atlanta Hawks owner, or not the Hawks, the Falcons owner. All those people, because this is clear collusion.
Mm.
And the last person, fuck John Harbaugh.
Ooh.
Because Lamar Jackson saved this man's career.
Damn.
The Ravens were going to fire him a few years ago, and Lamar had an outstanding season, got him to the playoffs when he took over for Joe Flacco, and literally saved his job. And now where is John Harbaugh now?
I mean, he's the coach, right?
I don't care, but he's been the coach of the Ravens for a decade.
Yeah, but he's not the GM.
Don't act like he don't have pull. Like, he can't be like, yo, stop playing with this man, pay him. Like, no, I don't want to hear it. Because even if he didn't feel that way, he could have said something publicly. Yeah. Like, he could have done anything other than sit there on his hands and keep his mouth shut.
No, I feel you.
Shame.
It's disgusting. You sit there as a league and you talk about how you want to support the players and make sure that they can play longer, and you come up with these rules to keep them safe and treat them right and all this other nonsense. You'll give $230 million guaranteed to a alleged serial molester in Deshaun Watson, and let the Cleveland Browns do that. But when you have an MVP candidate, you don't want to give him any money because you say, oh, he's not as available as we would like because he's only been able to play max like 15 games one season, and then the other seasons it's been 12 games. But meanwhile, the guy who had to sit out a whole year because he couldn't stop touching bitches, it's okay. I want to understand.
No, man, I get it, man. The NFL is fucked up.
It's disrespectful.
They have a history of this. And, you know, they didn't want him to play quarterback to begin with. He was successful as a quarterback. Troy, the Jets, you know, they still haven't gotten their quarterback, man. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's taking so long. It's disappointing.
You think you're going to get Aaron Rodgers or?
We better. I mean, if we get him, as long as we get him, I'll be happy. But I mean, at this point, who knows?
The league, they let Green Bay give him $150 million, Aaron Rodgers, for 3 years. $50 million a year. At his age, he's 39 years old.
But he's a legend, bro.
He played like trash last year.
Okay.
And what now? He's trying to leave the team.
But that's up to the team to give him the money. And
of course, absolutely. But when have you ever seen it? 5 teams, the moment that Lamar became available, because the team they put a non-restrictive tag on him, meaning anybody could give him an offer. 5 teams immediately come out and say, nah, we're not trying to get Lamar. An MVP from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Who is only 26 years old. It's clear collusion. It's disgusting. And I'm going to tell you now, they're probably going to have a lawsuit. Because they probably want to wait until after the draft, see who ends up with what quarterbacks, and then they'll try to shake out whatever is going to happen with Lamar. But this is bad. They have the owners meeting right now this week.
Okay.
And to me, it's clear collusion.
Yeah, you know, speaking of lawsuits, the Brian Flores lawsuit is still outstanding. And, you know, when the Kaepernick shit happened, and we heard what the owners were saying behind the scenes, you know, Bob McNair saying we can't let the the prisoners run the jail.
Exactly.
when Kaepernick, wanted to stand up for social justice, as a black quarterback who got blackballed from the league, it's not surprising when this happens to a guy like Lamar Jackson, who, they don't want to pay him. They want to keep him in the box. But I didn't fully I would say the Brian Flores shit, like how Bill Belichick texted him.
Yeah.
That kind of really proved that there really is an old boys club. There really is network.
It's nasty.
Because what the fuck did Bill Belichick have to do with
Nothing.
the New York Giants?
Exactly.
Was it the Giants or what? Who was the team that was supposed to hire him?
I can't remember.
Shit.
Was it No, it was the Giants.
It was
because they hired Dabble instead.
Yeah. So it was the wrong Brian.
Yeah. It was the wrong Brian. That's what the whole confusion was.
Yeah. What does Bill Belichick have to do with the New York Giants, and why would he be sending a congratulations text before this man even went to interview? The Rooney Rule is just pure bullshit, and we see it happen every year. The NFL, they've been giving more money to social justice causes. They have Rihanna perform for the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They're doing small things. They post end racism at the end of the end zone.
They're posers.
But, they still discriminate.
This whole thing has to do. It's not just about Lamar Jackson. Let me be clear on that, because I'm clearly upset that it's impacting Lamar like this, because it's wrong. But at the same time, it's not just about Lamar. They're trying to prevent a precedent from being set, because with Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns, they fucked up the market by giving him that much money, his entire contract guaranteed. Oof. When you just saw Patrick Mahomes get a contract for $450 million, and his whole thing wasn't guaranteed. Yeah. You look at Josh Allen, his whole contract wasn't guaranteed. But they have all these young quarterbacks coming up now. So they're trying to protect the league in general. They got Jalen Hurts that has to get paid this summer. They've got Herbert coming up. They got Joe Burrow coming up. There's a number of people that are coming up on contracts. Dak is going to need an extension soon.
No, he won't. He just got paid, right?
No,
last year.
It's like 2 years ago now.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's. I think after this coming season, he's going to be ready for an extension. So you have all these people that are either about to get paid this summer or next summer, and they're scared that everybody's going to be like, yo, where's my guaranteed money? But my problem is the players, they want to sit over here and be quiet right now.
Of course, they've been quiet since the Kaepernick shit. They've been quiet the whole time. It's crazy because I was listening to a interview on Howard Stern with Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, the baseball player from back in the day, and he was talking about his struggles, like with racism and all this other shit, like coming up, and how he was like one of the first like pro athletes who like pushed for like free agency, and he got paid what he was worth, because Steinbrenner from the Yankees was like, fuck it, he's great, we're gonna pay him, and he kind of went against the rest of the owners in the MLB and said, I'm gonna pay him and set a new precedent, right? And I'm like, damn, it's 2023. And we still dealing with the same bullshit.
How many times do we say that about shit?
Yeah. But, I mean, Lamar Jackson. He's an exciting ass player. I remember the fucking Louisville Clemson game with him and Watson, man. That was one of the best college football games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I have an appreciation for both of them, no matter what. As football players, I haven't watched a lot the last few years, but I am surprised to see no other team, pick him up. But now that you explain it, it kind of makes sense that people are posturing, trying to figure out what other teams are going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Lamar, man. He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
He's got at least 8-10 years left in his career.
Yeah.
If Daniel Jones can get fucking $40 million a year, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, according to what we're hearing, the contract that they tried to offer to Lamar was around like that 43, 44 million a year mark, which it's not a crazy difference between what people like Russell Wilson got, but Russell Wilson he hasn't been shit for a while, and then he got that kind of money from the Broncos. Meanwhile, you got Lamar, who's every year when he's playing, he's balling out. He was the clear MVP for half the season until he got hurt and the Ravens started acting up.
I don't appreciate the Russell Wilson kick a man while he's down argument.
Listen,
Because before this season, he seemed like he put in the work and he was worth that. He was doing it for years and years.
Dog, the Seahawks have not been good for quite a while.
I'm saying, but it wasn't because of him. He didn't have a bad. You couldn't blame it on him until he went to the Broncos, correct?
He didn't make the team better.
Objectively,
he didn't make the team better.
What team better?
The Seahawks.
You say that now because Geno came in. Shout out to Geno. He got paid over $100 million. That man, I'm surprised he's still even in the league. Troy, how do you feel about Geno, man?
I can't even hate, man. He's a former Jet. We drafted him, and black man getting paid. Got a second chance. Let's do it.
That's right.
Do you miss him? Right. Do you wish he was your quarterback or not?
I'd rather him than Zach Wilson for sure.
Oh,
damn. Yeah, Geno, that's a real comeback story, man. I was happy because everyone shit on him,
Yeah, everyone did.
But
me included.
You shit on everybody.
That's true. But I hope Lamar finds a team that really values him and hope that he can get paid. I don't think it'll happen until after the draft, though. That's for sure.
Or then the draft is coming up like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Or next week?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Shit. Damn, so you got to cover the NFL draft and all the shit because I don't know what's going on. But,
the main thing is the first 10, 15 picks. That's outside of that. Who cares? But
really?
Yeah,
I feel like it's the first 3 rounds makes an impact.
Yeah, I think on the team, but in terms of names and talking about it on here, please.
Oh, I got you. That's true. Remember the one guy who they leaked the video of him smoking weed in a gas mask the night of the draft night? He kept dropping. Oh, it was the offensive lineman. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't remember now.
That was 2016.
Oh, it was.
That was fucked up. He lost millions of dollars for smoking weed. That just sounds stupid today.
He did, but somebody got a steal when they drafted him.
That's the same mentality. That's why the players will always be fucked, man. But yo, it's all good, man. We did over 2 hours tonight.
We did.
We still have leftover topics, but we'll get to shit next week, man. I feel great about this, I had a really good time tonight, and I love ending with such passion about Lamar Jackson. I did not know we were going to get that great rant, man.
I hate to see the way that they're doing him. It's really disrespectful. For somebody who played so well, he's been so loyal to the Ravens. It's a slap in the face. Yeah. And while there's other things going on as to why this is happening to him, I hate for him to be the scapegoat or the guinea pig or whatever other euphemism you want to give to him.
Yeah, it's not called, and what other animal you want to call him.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Lamar. Hopefully he gets paid and goes to an organization that values him. Yeah. That man sacrifices his body. He's not hurt because he's fragile. He's hurt because he puts in the work.
He puts in the work, and because the Ravens have no fucking weapons.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, it's our last March episode, our last Women's History Month episode. I think we covered it really well.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to the ladies out there?
Me? Yeah, I love you all the women in the world. There's billions of you. And yeah, I hope you guys are happy with our coverage over this month. We try to continue to shout you guys out. So, absolutely. Shout out to all the women, who runs the world. Not girls, but it's all good.
And anywhere they can find you, and any way they can find you out here, or no?
Subscribe, nochilllive. Follow us on Twitter.
That's right.
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We out here.
Yeah. Slide in the DMs for No Chill Live if you're trying to get at Julian. And listen, shout out to all the women out there. Love you, Mom. Love you, sisters. Love you, Graham ladies. Everybody.
All love to all the women. All of our lovely, beautiful supporters out there.
Yes. And special shout out to Nat before I get killed. Yes. Love you, baby.
Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.